Hi guys, welcome to Mommionaire Mindset and Marketing Strategies. My name is Christiane Guinard and I am coming to you from Maryland, and this is my video while we're here waiting for more news regarding the outbreak of the pandemic for coronavirus. So during this stressful time for many of us, I actually decided to start my podcast earlier than I had planned. So I would like to, for today, my word of encouragement is how to deal with the unknown. Because right now we're dealing with so many things that we don't understand, and we are facing a lot of things that are going to be changing our lives for a long time. So with that in mind, I just want to talk about 6 strategies that we can use right now during this time in order to help us to get through what we are experiencing while we're waiting at home. Now, some of us have lost our jobs and are trying to get things together for our family. And this is why I really want to pour out my heart and just give you, speak to you from my heart, because I've been there and I know what it feels like. So just to give you a little bit background about me, if you're seeing me for the first time, for those who know me and I've been on the internet before, I just want to speak about my truth. So I've been through the same experience as well. And I remember when we had the 2008 recession, things were not going well for me. Actually, I was still in my career as a corporate sales manager, but I was my personal life was upside down. Coming out of the marriage that was destructive, and having a baby also, and becoming a single mom and trying to figure out how to make ends meet, it was really challenging. So I know from 2008 to 2010, I was living from one family member's house to the other. While I dressed up every day like a professional, I'm very grateful to my family for all they've done for me. But in 2010, I think around 2009 is when I went back with my ex-husband. And a few months after going back with him, he lost his job. A year later, I also lost my job to restructuring. Very famous word during recession to many of us who work in New York and know what that feels like. So it was a difficult time for me because both of us weren't working at the same time, and I was trying to make a broken marriage work. And I remember how it felt, the stress that I went through. But the steps that I'm about to share with you and the things that I will be talking in my podcast, I hope they will be able to help you and to encourage you to know that you will be able to get through this. So I'm going to go over my 6 strategies. So my first strategy is to start your day with a spirit of gratitude. Be grateful. Be grateful that you're up and you're alive. It's very difficult because you're going through so much. But think about the people in your life who are very important to you, who are alive and well. Think about the things that you have, waking up and having your health. Think about anything that is positive that you are grateful for. By starting it with gratitude, it just puts you in a different mind frame, and it allows you to be able to create whatever you want to create. My second step would be to meditate. I truly believe in meditation. Now, for me, I have my own faith and I do not like to impose my faith on others, but I am a Christian. And for me, every morning, I have to start my day praying, reading my Bible. I have to have that peaceful morning where I just sit there and pray and I read my Bible. I also have to have that quiet time where I really am in a prayerful mindset, but evaluating my life, whether the decisions from the day before or the things that I'm about to face for that day, and really prayerfully asking for directions and what I need to do, searching in me to see what is bothering me or what um, what changes I would like to see, and really starting my day in that peaceful, quiet state without my daughter next to me, without any demands from anyone, just being peaceful for that time. I find when I meditate, I am more centered. I'm able to focus on my day and do the things that I need to get done. Believe it or not, I'm a worrywart. I worry about everything. But by meditating, I find that I'm able to face every challenge with a positive mindset, thinking, knowing that all of these things are meant to happen to develop in me the woman that I'm meant to be. And with that, whatever way you find that works well for you to meditate, I really pray in this time and in this time at this moment in our lives where so many things are going on and we're hearing so many um, and negative words and fears, this is a great time to really meditate and find out, what do we want to do? Because it's a time where we're stopping and we're standing still. What is it that we want to do? How do we want to make a difference in someone's life today? And how can we? And what is our, what would inspire us to be our best self? So I do, meditation is a great way of starting your day. Some people, they prefer meditating in the afternoon. Other people feel better meditating at night. For me, I need to meditate in the morning because once my daughter is up, my day is just like I'm just running, doing one thing after the other. So being in that meditative state will make a difference in you. I find for me right now, being that I have the time, just taking some time to do yoga and to breathe. See, I speak French, I speak Creole, and I speak English. And then I know a little bit Spanglish. So when I'm going through when I'm going through stress, all of these languages are just flowing through my mind. So the ability to breathe and just to stop and allow my mind to relax and not to work from the section of my mind which is the fight or flight, but really work in this section right here that allows me to think through and to process what is going on and what are the right decisions for me and my family is very important. Another thing I would suggest is listening to music. Now, I find that in different stages of my life, I have like different preference of music and quite eclectic when it comes to music. So, but right now it's my cultural music. I'm listening to Haitian music. It makes me dance and it just makes me feel alive and makes me feel strong. So what music that inspires you to be your best self, to be strong in this time, to keep your mind positive, will make a huge difference. So I listen to my favorite music while I'm cooking or I'm cleaning up the house, and it just keeps me in that positive mindset. Because I know if I stop and I listen to the news and I start to wonder what's next and what's going to happen, I may get to that point where I'm tense and I'm not going to be my creative self. So I suggest listening to music, find things that makes you happy and laugh, or a hobby that you love doing at home. Use that time to be able to have that moment, even if it's 10 minutes of your time or 30 minutes of your time. That makes a huge difference in your state of mind in order for you to move on to the next step. My fourth step would be managing the things you have control. Obviously, we do not have control of everything. I am an educator. Apart from being an educator, I also work as an ABA with a child with autism. I work for an agency in New York. And I also teach Saturday school. I'm used to being busy. I'm used to having many people having different demands for me. And it's just like, I'm always on the go. And when I'm home, I'm mom. And that means cooking, making sure that my daughter's doing her homework, making sure that my daughter's happy, listening to my daughter's day. Although I'm exhausted, but I look like I'm excited to hear what she has to say. So to be in this moment where I am just, everything is just stop. I'm home. I can't go to work, even though I have people who want me to work for them. I actually had a parent contacted me from the agency that I work in New York, and she was like, we need a tutor. And I just thought about it. I'm like, I am going to adhere to what is recommended. I am staying home. Unfortunately, I would love to work with your child, but not today. And maybe when they remove the band and we're able to um, be able to go back to work, then I'll be more than happy to, be a tutor or provide therapy for your child. But at this point, I'm going to adhere to this. It's very difficult because it's good money and I need the money, but sometimes it's not about that. So I'm managing what I can, which is making sure there's enough food and water in the house, making sure I spend quality time with my daughter and enjoying her, because every minute counts. Our children grow very fast. Taking care of myself. I I'm always on the run, always on the go. This gives me the opportunity to really think about what I want to do and how I want to do it. So take care of yourself. Think about the things that that are important to you. It's time for you to be able to relax and to really think through of who you are. What do you want to do? Now, some of you may right now be very stressed because if you've lost your job, or be due to restructuring, or because restaurants are closed or your retail business is closed, you're wondering how you're going to make it for the next paycheck. And I know what that feels like because I've been there. But I am asking you, give yourself a few minutes just to rest, just to control the things you can, the time that you spend with your children, because those times are important. Our children are looking at us and they want us to be strong in this time because they don't understand it. So take care of yourself, make sure you're relaxed, eat the right food, drink a lot of water. I know I have a little secret for you. So the first few days, I know I woke up and I took care, cleaned myself, but wore my sweats or whatever I can wear just to clean the house and everything. And then I thought about it on Wednesday and I was like, okay, I started feeling like this little negativity coming along, and I said, oh, wow, my mind and my body is used to me getting up in the morning and making myself look pretty to go to work. And now my body's noticing Saturday, I didn't go to work. Sunday, I'm just my regular Sunday self. But Monday, I'm still that Sunday regular self. And Tuesday and Wednesday, what's going on? So I determined to wake up every morning as of today and to take care of myself as if I'm going to work. Now, I'm also doing other things that I had planned already to do in the future, which I'm doing right now as my podcast. But I didn't think of it for this situation, but I believe being that the things that I've gone through in my life, this is my story, and I have a story of purpose and inspiration to anyone who's going through this hard time right now. And there is no better time than today. So again, manage the things you can. And then the things you can't, just let it be. Because guess what? It will all fall into place. This too shall pass. And then we're going to get to a better place. And then suddenly we'll meet another challenge. That is life. Now, if there's anybody who's met challenges, it's me, and I know. So believe me, you will be able to get through this. Now, another thing I would say is plan for your future. I absolutely believe in planning. If you don't plan for your future, someone else is planning your future for you. And I believe in that. So, what is it that you want to do? What was some dream or inspiration that you have never been able to fulfill? And now you have all this time in your hands, and you can actually start planning it. So dream, and dream big. Dream of the things that you want to do and that you love doing, things that you never thought you could ever do. Believe me, I never thought that I would be able to go to school, get a master's degree to be an educator, because that was not ever in my trajectory. It was never in my sight. I never thought of it. I was in the hotel industry. Then I started my own cosmetic line. Then I went into the retail industry. So that was far beyond my mind to become an educator. But yet I used this time, the time that I was going through the hardest experience in my life, to do what I needed to do. Yes, you're going to take sacrifices, but life is about that. It's about that. I always believe in having a plan B. So I have to say, a plan B is like the best thing you could ever have for yourself, because in a moment like this, you always want to know that you've had something that you're doing aside from your full-time job, that you can have income saved for a difficult, challenging time. Also, it's like a baby. You're growing it. It's like a tree. You plant it. It's a plan B. It's not something you really need right away, but as it grows and it flourishes, it is something that brings you income. So if you never thought of a plan B, I would suggest, I truly believe in direct marketing, and I know that it is a great way to learn how to start a business and how to grow a business. It's also a great way to be around like-minded people. So think about something that you like and see if there are any direct marketing companies that are within that field, in order for you to start your plan B and start building this income. I know that when I was in 2010, when things were tough and my ex-husband was getting unemployment and I was getting unemployment, it was difficult. When we made the decision that I was going to go back to college to get my college degree, I told my ex-husband that I was going to join this marketing business. And he looked at me, and it was for a cosmetic line because I love cosmetics. And he was like, "Oh, you? Why would you do that? What would you?" And I was like, "I can make money in this. I know how to make money in this, and I'm going to do it. Watch me do it." And Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays were my money days. I knew my target market. I knew where they were. I knew their language. And I went out there and I did it. I didn't build a team because that was not my goal. My goal was really to bring enough money so that I can live in Long Island, which was really expensive, and provide the lifestyle that I wanted for my child while going to college. Was it easy? No, it wasn't. I spent a lot of weeks where I would spend 3 nights in a week without sleeping. And some of my friends from Long Island will tell you that. I made a lot of sacrifices, and those sacrifices, they paid off. So having a plan B, knowing what you want, and really focusing on your purpose. What is your purpose? What is that you would like to do? How would you like to make a difference in the life of someone else? How would you like to make a difference in the life of your children? Will help you to get through this hard time. Remember, your current situation is not your final destination. It's a journey. We're all going through this together. So today, we're at this crossroad, and we're all looking at the news, trying to figure things out. You know, as an educator, I'm trying to figure out when I'm going back to work. but that is not something I have control of. But what I have control is of today. And today I just wanted to share what was in my heart, hoping that I've encouraged you. I just want you to know that whatever you're going through, you will be able to make it. And just keep your mind set on the good things, on the things that are great in you, in your family. And just keep going on, because guess what? You are going to make it. So thank you for joining me today. This was exciting because this is my first recording. So please join me the next time. I am going to talk about something really important. In fact, it is one key thing that will help you to cross over to that next step in your life. So come and join me. If you like my podcast, please subscribe to my podcast. And if you like my videos, please give a thumbs up and share it with your friends. But again, we're all in this together, and I wish you all the best. Till next time, see you soon. Bye-bye.